Hi everyone, Happy New Year. It's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel where I share information on health, fitness, and optimization. On today's video, I will be going over my recommendations and details of phase 4. This is 4 of 5 video series that I'm doing on the 5 phases of my health crash recovery. I've done tons of videos on this subject. If you're not familiar with the concept that I came up with the 5 phases of recovery, please check out those videos on my channel as well as my health crash story. Before we get into this video, I of course have to go ahead and do my disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor or a therapist. I'm not here to prescribe, diagnose you of any illness or disease. I'm just simply sharing my experience and the information that I know for your own research and educational purposes. These are my experience and what I did that worked for me and what didn't work for me, so you may or may not completely resonate with everything. So this is just, again, food for thought and information that for your own research. Let's just jump right into the video. A quick refresher. Phase 1, you are experiencing a first major crash. Phase 2, you are in a very challenging and confusing phase where the recovery takes a lot of consistency and understanding your ups and downs and all your symptoms and managing that and managing your stress. Phase 3, you've gotten the hang of it, you're better at it, you're still having some setbacks, but not that many, and you're increasing your physical activity and stimulus or stimulating exposure to stress to help you farther to recover. Towards the end of phase 3, you're going to, I really saw a major, like you could really see a big difference in phase 3. I would say phase 3, which I didn't mention in my phase 3 video, but I'm mentioning it now, is a phase where you really do see that more linear progression of recovery. So in the beginning, you still feel more like phase 2, and towards the end, you're feeling much different. Again, these phases average 3 to 6 months. It's what I went through and what most of the people I talked to went through. So if you think about it, phase 1, let's say let's just use 4 months, okay, as the average. So 3 to 6 months would be the average. So let's just take the month like right in the middle. So let's say 4 months. So 4 months in phase 1, 4 months in phase 2, 4 months in phase 3. So that's a year right there. So now we're talking about phase 4, which is a very confident and certain phase of recovery. This is when you are not having setbacks, at least not the kind that is health crash related. Life, you're going to have stressful times, more exhausting times, like how you used to feel when you felt tired, right? It's not a health condition, you're just exhausted and tired because you've overdone yourself. Well, those would be pretty much the only kind of setbacks that you would feel in phase 4, because after you've gone through phase 3, and again, this is if you've done everything pretty much on track and you and this is also my timing that I'm sharing. So after phase 3, you've gradually, increased your physical activity and your exposure to stimulus and stress, and you're doing better and better. You're focusing on the recovery. So now into phase 4, it's you wouldn't have a question of, am I better? Like, you're better. And so if you're catching yourself wondering, are you fully better and are you past phase 3? Are you into phase 4? If you're having that thought of wonder, you're not, most likely. Again, I just want to throw in there that I'm always game for people creating their recovery process. Everyone's experience is different. Every body is different. So it doesn't mean you can't recover faster or, like I said, this is your journey, and I'm not here to put a stop on, how fast some of you might be able to recover. It's just information I have for myself and for hundreds and hundreds, if not more than thousands of people I've talked to now about it. And the timing is all pretty similar. So just kind of keep in mind that year mark for phase 4. Okay, and that's if you didn't spend a whole lot of setback and, you know, continue to overdo yourself in phase 2 and 3. Okay, so phase 4, I want to touch on a bunch of how you will feel so that you know. So first one is that you will not be questioning if you feel better or not. 2 is that not only you feel better, the doubt that's been lingering through the first 3 phases of like, oh, should I push myself? Oh, like if I push myself, I might get that scary crash and all those symptoms. That fear goes away because in phase 4, you're so confident and your body communicates back to you that you're ready, and not a false ready like in phase 2 where you have your extreme ups and downs where you're feeling, you know, falsely super good, but really you're just amped up with like adrenaline, and then you crash, and then you have lots of like sugar crashes as well. It's not that. It's a very steady knowing that, you know, I'm stronger, and with this experience, not only am I stronger, I'm also wiser, and I'm gonna still take care of myself. Like, I remember when I reached phase 4, even though I felt great, you know, I had self-control with managing my stress levels and how much activity I wanted to do for the first time. Because the journey was so intense, I would never want to put my body and mind through that, you know, health crash again, which it's very possible if you abuse yourself over and over again, even though you've made recovery. So in phase 4, you will feel like you're able to, let's say you need to move or something, and, you know, moving can be very stressful. You know you'll be able to do it. You know you'll be a little tired, you'll be exhausted even, but you're not afraid that you're gonna get that crash and that like health imbalance thing again. Okay, it's a very good sign in phase 4. Another thing in phase 4, you will feel like you'll just have these moments where you're like, wow, I used to feel this good and I took it for granted. That's a very good sign that you're in phase 4. Like, you get these waves of remembering that. I don't know if you can hear that, but one of my dogs drinking and his collar's like touching the ceramic bowl. So there's like a background noise right now. So yes, so in phase 4, you are just constantly reminded how blessed you were, pretty much, to just have this birthright of health and not having these like hormonal imbalances, not having these crashes, because your body is now back, and you went through this huge journey and you've learned a lot, and so you have this new appreciation for just being naturally well, which you've taken for granted before and overdid yourself. So learn from that and enjoy it, because hey, you're back, and now you get to make new choices and you get to enjoy your life to the fullest again without going over the balance. Again, back to the whole balance is key, guys. Phase 4, I would continue to do this new lifestyle that you have adapted and learned, where you don't overpush yourself, you know your limits, you are more regimented with your physical activity, your diet and nutrition, your sleep schedule, and how you react to stress. Those of you who, and I'm certainly guilty of this, who gets very emotional with stress, or just when you're hitting a challenge in life and stuff, it's easy for you to go down the road of anxiety, you know, heightened emotions, and, you know, even things like, you know, OCD that I share, that I struggle with. You just have a much better handle on it, because if anything, this experience, in the silver lining of it, it's that it's taught you to go from rock bottom and realizing what you need to change, and you've changed them, and now you're back. So it's like a new lease on your life, and you are back with just a huge box of new tools that you know how to navigate your life and manage your stress level with. So I find that as a very awesome thing that I was able to discover through this journey. So in phase 4, you will also feel like, I'm not saying that, like, you know, through the health crash you weren't yourself, but you definitely feel yourself in a way where, you know, you can be excited and not worry about, again, like the symptoms and the crashes. You can, you know, express yourself again, because I found myself being very limited to not only physically but emotionally what I can do in the first 3 phases. And it was like I was held emotionally handicapped for a long time. And but that was what was needed to, you know, balance out the overspent expenditure of my emotions prior to having the crash. Now that I'm back, or now that when you're in stage 4, you have that really awesome balance of, like, you're back and you can do these things again, but now this time you're going to be able to do them in balance, and it would just be better overall for you, you know? So I think I've made strides in my life just overall because have gone through this and come back with so much more wisdom and experience. So I think that will be a great thing for you guys who are finally in this stage, and for those of you who are on your way here to phase 4, something to look forward to, because it's very gratifying and very rewarding. So a couple reminder of things that wouldn't be a good idea. It would be feeling so good and you're back and you lost that kind of newly learned discipline and just want to go back to, you know, staying up really late, enjoying, you know, tons of stimulus late in the day, or just overdo yourself with a new diet and workout plan. Because, you know, yes, you fully recovered, but you could easily, with consistency, undo all this recovery and get yourself, you know, back to square one. I've talked to people who have done that, and so I really want to give a reminder not to do that, because that wouldn't be what you would want. You want to enjoy this, you know, this challenging and difficult journey and path that you've taken, and you wouldn't want to, you know, get yourself back to that awful place. So phase 4, you are just one phase away from just completely being back at yourself and beyond. So the next phase is phase 5. So you're probably wondering, like, well, what would be the difference? Like, if I'm already fully recovered in phase 4, what's the difference? Just like phase 2 and phase 3, how they kind of work with each other, phase 4 and phase 5 is like, phase 4 is the younger brother and phase 5 is like the mature brother. So you have the same resources and the same ability, but phase 5, you're just on a roll and you've learned that you're back and you've learned your balance, and it just becomes automatic. And when that happens, and with more time have gone by, you're just that much more recovered and that much more, your tank has just been restored that much more. So phase 4, you have restored a lot of backup energy. So, like, you can take on stressors, you can take on projects. Again, just keep it in balance, but you can, again, guys. If you're in phase 4, you can. But you got to really be in phase 4, because the trickery of phase 2 and 3 that makes you think you're phase 4 is what's causing you to stay there. And the difference is that you don't have that intoxicating ups and downs, and you wouldn't question yourself, like, and your body wouldn't be messaging back to you like, I'm not feeling right. Like, you don't have any of that. Like, you are confident in phase 4. So that's the difference between phase 4 and phase 2 and 3. I'm sure I've covered that, but I just like to emphasize that because that's what's keeping people from, you know, moving on, getting better. So phase 5 and 4, again, they work like phase 2 and 3, where phase 4 is like a less complete version, and phase 5 is like the really complete version. Just like in phase 2 and 3, phase 2 is like the more struggling and more ups and downs, and phase 3 is kind of the same, but you're just better. Phase 4 is a huge milestone. Give yourself a huge pat on the back. If you can hug yourself, because I mean, it is not easy to get here. So I know many of you who are in close contact with me are very close, and yeah, I'm very excited for you guys. This is really great. And again, a lot of people who have been in conversation with me through email and messages that are recovering. If you like, go ahead and share that on my comments down below, because I think people need to know from different perspectives on those who have gotten recovered, and their timing and their emotional insights about it. So it's not just me. I like my channel to grow into where, you know, more people in the know are also sharing in my comment, and yeah, in my comments. So so I will be working on phase 5, which is the final video of this 5-video series. And my channel is definitely growing, and I'm just like thankful for everybody's love and support. And please continue to subscribe if you haven't, like my videos, share them, comment, reach out to me via my website, which is jadenchristopher.com, where you also find more other handwritten information on my journey with this. And in the future, there'll be more, it's gonna expand out to not just the health crash recovery, but more of the optimization of my new journey and everything like that. And I will do that obviously on YouTube as well, but you can definitely find a lot of like handwritten kind of post type of information on my website. You can also reach out to me via email. I am jadenchristopher@gmail.com. I do have an Instagram account, so it's JC Optimized. You could reach out to me there and follow me there as well. So I hope you guys are having a awesome brand new year. 2021 is here. I'm very happy, and I'm looking forward to all the new adventures and projects and journeys that I have planned for myself. And good luck to all of you who are on your recovery journey. I know it can be frustrating and difficult at times, but if you've gotten checked out by the doctor, ruled out all the serious illnesses, and you're focused on hormonal imbalance, recovery, adrenal fatigue, HPA axis, anxiety disorder, and all that, you are found the right place, the right channel, with tons of information I put out and support from everyone who is commenting. So thank you so much, guys. Look forward to phase 5. That will be my next video. I should see you guys in a couple days. And yeah, enjoy your week. This is just the beginning of the week, so I will see you guys soon. Okay, bye. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share my videos with others. That would really help me expand my audience. If you haven't subscribed, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload new content. I now have PayPal Donate, so if you're interested in that and you want to support my channel, you can click on the link in my comment section as well as the upper right hand corner of my channel homepage. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. As always, remember, it's never too late to optimize yourself, and you can always start right now. Until next time, I'm Jaden Christopher, and I'm wishing you a thriving day. Bye.